On Smite, episode 301, recorded on March 28th, 2015. I'm Brent Copeland.
I'm Ren Karn.
I am that Alice.
I'm BITBURNER.
I'm Jesus.
And I'm Joe.
I'm going to hell, apparently, because I'm doing weird stuff. But that's okay. So it's crazy. We're doing Smite, On Smite, number 301. It's the third season of On Smite. I don't know. We haven't really even talked about it yet, but whether we're going to keep this name or if we're going to come up with a different name. So that's like the first topic I thought I would talk about. We'll do it live. Like, what do y'all think? Should we just stay On Smite and go 301? This is the new season, or change the name completely?
I'd say we have a contest. If anybody can come up with a better name in a week, then they
get
win.
a code. They get
a
code.
code? Yeah,
That's a
Brent
good
has
idea.
them. Just saying.
Famous
Take
for a
it to
code.
the peeps.
So take it to the peeps and do a contest. It
Tweet
may be a
Brent.
slow start getting people back into realizing that there's a show. So maybe we should give them like 2 weeks,
Good.
3, maybe 5, maybe I don't know, 100 episodes. So season 4 we'll have a new name, something like that. So anyway,
There you go.
submit your name to us, and how you submit everything right now, and until and if we come up with another way, is go to speakpipe.com/onsmite. So if we change the name, of course that would change, but this is a way you can record audio straight to us, and it's on your computer. I think they have an app that you can do, and you can listen to it, make sure it sounds good, and then send it to us. It's up to 90 seconds. Keep them shorter than that, though. And let us know. What do you think we should name the show? Should we keep it the same, or do you have a better name for a show where all you do is talk about gods and killing gods and Smite and stuff like that? Let us know. Okay, so I don't know if there's anything else there to talk about, so I'm going to play something, so everybody be quiet for a second.
Hey guys, what's
So what's cracking? This is where we talk about what's been going on for, well, ever, I guess, since it's the first episode with all you guys. I guess that may be I think something cool is we'll go through, and as we do the what's cracking, you kind of introduce yourself and where you came from in the Smite and what you do in Smite, what you like. I'm not going to talk that much because I think people who listen to On Smite already know a little bit about me, but I did want to, as part of my cracking, show you I finally got my autographed picture framed. So I don't know if you can see this, but this is signed by all the devs.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, nice.
Sweet.
So you
That'd
can
be cool.
kinda see it. And
Yeah, I see it.
pick me up a little frame at Walmart.
Yeah, see, I still
Awesome.
haven't framed my very first Minecon. Like, I got all of the devs there to sign a poster, and it's still just sitting there on my wall. I'm like, this is probably worth something.
Yeah, it's like, well, if we're gonna do the show, I need to finally get that
Yeah.
framed because it's just.
I
been
have a
sitting there.
mouse pad with all the people from Mojang on it. It's
Yeah,
all signed
well,
by.
I'm using the same mouse pad, but no signatures.
This
That's a different
is
show,
the
guys.
mouse pad you
Different
can
show.
only get at Minecon. So
That's a
That's a-
lie. This
that's-
is one
that's
of
a
the ones you
different
can only
podcast.
get at Minecon.
So that's a
Is this
different
not?
show.
I don't know how this show suddenly turned into the Shaft, but
I know.
okay.
I'm not sure.
I
what's
know.
going on.
I'm sorry.
So I got a
I'm
Smite
sorry.
mouse pad. I'll bring it back around real quick. Yeah, it's not signed by anybody, so whatever.
I got a Smite, stress.
Ooh, nice.
Lightning bolt, nice.
Oh.
That's what it is. So anyway, the only other thing is the Smite birthday video. I don't know if y'all got to see it, but I got a cameo at the very end of it. Get to sing on it. So if you haven't checked it out yet, check it out on Smite Game on YouTube, their birthday video. And lastly, I got a mere diamond finally. For so long, it's so
Yay.
sad. It's my first diamond, but
That's your
Anyway.
first diamond, is your Ymir?
Yeah.
I figured that's who you diamond first.
yeah, it took way longer than it should have. I'm an assault baby, so I play assault so much that I can't really. I don't
Right,
rank
yeah.
up one person. But anyway,
Same way.
I concentrated. So, Ragin, where do you hail from, sir? What you do? What you
Well,
about, Aboot?
I'm Canadian. So I play up here, but I don't play the Frozen guy Amir like you do. I'm known in our circle as the Ares player, as is very clearly demonstrated here. I've got the Ares shirt as well, so there we go. But lately, I've been focusing on Odin in Arena and also working on Hell. Primarily, I play Assault and Arena and 3v3. I really like the team fight. I don't so much like the, play your role and do your role and don't get to the team fights for 10 minutes. That tends to be Conquest. But I have started just dipping my toe into Conquest. I've done 3 qualifying matches there, trying to play solo lane. But not doing real well at it, I'll admit. So I'm really more of an Arena player, like my Ares, like my Odin.
Cool. And I think we're going to talk more about Conquest and stuff in the Agnes, whatever that segment is. Agnes Hot Topic. We're going to talk about ranked play. So I can't wait to hear more about your jumping into some of that ranked stuff. So Alice, how about you? Can you tell us a little bit about you and what you like to play?
I guess I'm still the noob here because I still don't have a diamond. And I've been working on Kukulkan because he's my favorite. But I'm tier 8, level 8, so mastery 8. So I'm okay. I'm getting there slowly.
Getting there.
Slowly. Other games have lulled my attention away for a bit, but other than that, I do like my healers. I like Hell. I like my Thanatos when I'm on a roll, and when I'm sugar high, Thanatos is the funnest freaking thing.
Make me hungry.
I mostly regularly now, I haven't really been playing an abundance of Smite because I've been in school, but usually about once a day I go into an assault. Had a really nasty one with Ra, and I have no idea what I did wrong.
Got assaulted by Ra.
I don't know.
Well,
man.
when you're playing Raw and Assault, your team yells at you if you don't keep them all at 100% health all the time because they
Pretty
just
much.
figure that's what you should do.
I need
Never mind the
heals. I
fact
need
that
heals.
they have to stand in your circle, and never mind the fact that the enemy Kukulkan or Poseidon can just drop stuff right in it and screw it up. But that's your fault, not theirs.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree. Other than that, I hail from Canada as well.
we're
Join
two-
the resistance.
Canadian.
Oh, you knew I was going to bring it up. You knew it. Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, glad to have you aboard as well. And Mr. BITBURNER, can you tell us about yourself?
I hail from California in the US of A. And I got a diamond Cupid this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like your 10th diamond.
No, it's like my third or so. It's like my third diamond, I think. Yeah, I think it's my third diamond. So now I'm working on just leveling up some other hunters. I really like playing hunters and guardians, mages too. But you know, I really like the physical hunters. They have so much damage. I when I get near somebody, I want them to die. So I try to get the characters that make people die the most, like the quickest. Like a Muzen Cobb, man. It's like 3 hits, you're dead. You're dead. Take a stinger.
You like the bees.
Trying to get away. So yeah, so he's done. I haven't played him in a while, except just earlier. So I've been trying to stay away from my level 10 gods and focus on other gods that I don't play as much. And so I've not been doing very well. Actually, I haven't won a round in 2 days. So I think something's up with the matchmaking or something too, because I keep getting these weird teams that are like AFK half the time and stuff. So.
Oh yeah, I've got a couple stories on that as well, on the matchmaking. But I
Yeah,
think
it's
that's
really
we'll talk about that later. Yeah, there's
I'm
issues.
pretty sure it's broken.
Brought some broken stuff.
So I'm getting. Sorry, I was getting
No,
against
go.
people assault that don't have gods to trade, and I'm like, you're level 30, man. You should have a couple god, something to trade. These are pretty common gods. I mean, today wasn't an issue because all the gods are free, but yesterday was like I was like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, I think as they get more, and like I said, we'll talk about this more later. But as they get more popular, we're gonna have some growth spurts and issues with the rankings. So that's all we can say about it. So, Jesus, how about you? Where do you come from? Can you? Okay, he's answering the phone, so we'll move on to Joe. How's it going, Joe?
Hey, what's up? I'm Joe. How are you? I just realized that for some reason, like this area right here, I don't really. There's facial hair there. It just doesn't look like it. So, like, maybe it's just the light. Maybe if I don't know. But I swear to everything. I swear to him that I'm not like just wasted and a crackhead. So,
So would you say that your
He's like
beard?
nervously picked out one side. And
Would you say that your beard is?
no,
No, it's not.
no.
Sorry.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess people learned a lot right there. Maybe too much.
Yep.
Where
But
do you hail
it's-
from?
I hail from the fine state of southern Canada, also known as Minnesota, and it's basically the United States version of Canada, and it's always cold. That's about it. But just recently, I managed to get my first diamond, a diamond raw, and I am slowly working my way up toward a diamond emir as well.
awesome.
Nice.
I'm the
but,
only one that doesn't have a diamond. Ah,
But I've only been playing for about, I don't know, not that long. I get like the only reason I found out about the game, I never played a MOBA before. The only reason I found out is because I was watching Brent's morning show, Morning Coffee, and he had made mention of it, and then I got hooked, and now my wife is upset at Brent. So I blame him for it.
I upset a lot of wives.
Are you not? Yeah, my wife. Yeah, I have to like time when I'm playing because I can't. I don't want to get. I don't want to get a zero favor or whatever that is. What is that? Goodwill? I don't want no zero goodwill. I don't want no
In game or with your wife? In game or with your wife? I'm not sure.
in game.
Well, that's
in game.
always,
I don't care.
it's
about
always a
it.
delicate balance.
Yeah. Just remember to say.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, that doesn't go
You
well.
rock.
But yeah, so there, I guess you see where we're all from. I'm from the South, so we kind of go. We got some Canadians, we got some Californians, we got some Middle Americans, we got some Southern Americans, we got the guy from Israel. It's just like everything. So
Global. We're global bitches.
we'll see how this works. Next, I guess we'll talk about some of the news stuff. We've got Medusa coming in a patch soon. Does anybody know when the patch is going to drop?
I thought it was actually dropping last Tuesday after they dropped the patch notes.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Because usually that's what they do. They'll drop the notes on a Monday and then patch on the Tuesday.
Right.
And they didn't patch, and the test servers that day you couldn't get into.
Yeah.
Which is really odd right before the patch, because usually the day before the patch it's crunch time on the public test, and I couldn't get on. It wasn't until the next day when it was actually supposed to, I thought it was going to post, that I was able to get on. So I think there might be some more issues. I'm just guessing here. There might be some more balance issues that they're trying to work out.
Yeah, and I think it's probably a bigger update than normal with the guild stuff too going in. I don't know if you look at
Yeah.
that while you're on there. Who else been on the PTS this week?
I have.
I didn't even know it existed
Just
until
me
about
and-
2 days ago.
Me and Biddy, I
No,
guess.
I avoid it. I just don't bother.
I think I'm gonna start doing a weekly video seeing what's changed on there. I did one on Medusa, but apparently I forgot to turn my audio down on that because it's a whole different client from the regular Smite one.
Just overpowered.
So you can barely hear me. But anyway, I'll fix that in the future ones. But it was really interesting. They have a match set up that's kind of like a match of the day that's just all Medusa, both sides arena, so you can go in and play Medusa and check it out. And I guess they get a lot of people playing at the same time. I think the problem with that is probably they're not getting a lot of people playing against Medusa like in a conquest, right? Like it's kind of hard to balance a god against themselves. They're
Yeah.
inherently balanced, right?
Right.
They must have some good data though, because they updated the patch notes today, and they are already cutting her back. They're already nerfing her from the original test version.
Well, there was an issue with her one where she has that 3-round burst that has these 3 special abilities, but it actually picks up the cadence of her regular auto attack for for 5 shots. So there's a 1-shot increase, then there's 3 shots, and then 2 shots after that are actually the speed and cadences increased. And so people are saying, okay, well, what actually is happening here is it a 5-shot bonus, or is it a 3-shot or 2-shot? There's some confusion. So I think that might be some part of the confusion there. I'm just guessing, but
it was an interesting thing. What did you think about that? The one ability where you shoot those 3 things. I haven't seen that really with anyone else, where it's kind of like this separate little attack like that.
Well, the only other god I can think of is the other new one with the guy with the bow. Yeah, is that where he actually has the one where he shoots those arrows and then he can pick them up again?
You go pick them up, yeah.
Yeah. So
no, that's Rama.
Rama, sorry, thank you, Rama. So
all the new guys with bows.
So I think there's a trend. There's a guy who's been making some of the new gods, and I think there's a little trend in the way of some of the abilities go, where there's a little bit of more than a lane clear kind of thing with a 1, where it'll do a slow also, and do maybe a little bit more damage. Where Ra is just a basic beam, clears the lane. I'm trying to think of some other ones that are pretty simple.
Well, I think they're having to do that. I think they're having to do that with new gods just to get something different. Yeah, because that's the problem, right? You don't want to just copy what's already been done, but you already have the straight lines, you already have the circles. Most of the standard shapes are already taken, cone, whatever. So they have to try and be different, come up with something new.
Right.
And what they'll do is they'll come back and they'll start changing the old gods at some point as well to kind of keep them updated so people, continue to play. But they'll also make people mad because once you change someone's favorite god some way, even if it's better.
Cuckoo Kong Ao Kwong.
Well, example, Defi doesn't play anymore when they changed Dueler. That was his favorite god, and then as soon as they changed him, he meh.
He was scary as Uller.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
but he didn't want to play it. I mean, and I could feel it. I feel the game more than look at the stats and try to mathematically figure out everything in my head.
You're like the Smite Whisperer.
Yeah, like the Smite Whisperer. I kind of feel like when things are weird. When you play a game long enough, you get into a it's like a second nature kind of a feeling, like riding a bike, And then when something changes, it's just like on your bike. If the handlebar's a little crooked, it just messes up your whole zen, And so every time they do an update, it messes with my zen with all the characters. It doesn't matter who it is. If there's one god in that mix that's changed, something's changed. It changes a lot of things on this weird level. Yeah. And so it takes a while for me to adjust to that. And when they were doing a lot more updates more quickly that were more drastic, it was really hard to keep playing because I couldn't keep consistent, They
changed. There's a couple times where they just changed all the buttons, like the graphics, and it was like, what just happened? And then they changed,
some
of
all
the items.
Were really, the items changed and everything's so drastic, that you're
I can't stand the loading screen.
Yeah, the new interface. The new interface I don't like at all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it's a lot like some other interfaces that are out there. So I think it's going to please the people that are already playing other MOBAs that they're trying to get over. And of course, since we've been playing it for 40 years now, it's like we're used to the old one. So it's like, oh no. So hopefully we get used to it.
It's more than that though. Like for instance, I find it a lot harder to know if I've got friends online.
Yes.
Now, it's a lot more difficult. I find the party versus friends list, just a bunch of downward arrows that really doesn't tell me anything. I like the old interface, and I like to think this isn't just I hate change, but it's just it fixed something that wasn't broken in my mind.
Yeah.
And made some of the things and the friends list is absolutely my number one complaint with the new. yeah, I don't like that. So.
Yeah, I think the friends in the chat, the whole chat area is broken too.
Yes, the chat too. You're right.
My
Absolutely.
other thing is the notifications, because when you log in and you get that little bonus, you have to clear it on the side.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, I think this is what I think. I think they wanted an aesthetic change where everything was changing to this new kind of vision, and I think
For
they kind
season
of
2.
threw in these other things in there, and I think those will all get changed and fixed and reiterated on over the next, group of patches. I mean, we're about to get a patch with a bunch of guild stuff or clan stuff changed in it, and so they're going to have to update, how that works and looks too. So.
Yeah, there's supposedly some AI changes coming, so.
Yeah.
So everybody cross your fingers and stuff. And the guild update, we'll get more in that when we know more specifics. But the one thing I really liked in it was they added where you can have it open join, which is, we'll have the guild for the show, and basically we'll have it open, and anyone who listens to the show can join. And then when they're jerks, we'll kick them out, and they'll have to start a new character to get back in. But that's basically how we'll roll.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
I think I'll play devil's advocate here. I'm actually one that actually likes the new blue updated UI over the old one. It does have its idiosyncrasies, like the redundant clearing of messages and the notifications and the little down arrow. You don't really know who's online. But overall, like the overall aesthetic of it and the layout of it, I think it's better than what was there before. To be honest.
I'd agree with that. I mean, I think it's fine. I think it'd be better if it didn't look exactly like like another interface. Yeah. Well, no, it's not League of Legends. It's the one that
Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, Heroes of the Storm. I mean, they literally use the same icons and everything. I mean, it's really.
Well, they pretty much stole the loading screen from League of Legends too. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might be. I mean, it might be used to sow confusion too.
Well, it's also just kind of one of those things that is like when you play MMOs, like the loading launcher was pretty much the same for all MMOs for the longest time, and I think that's just kind of the same thing. You just kind of you go into this standard where everybody's kind of doing that because okay, I'm playing a MOBA, and it feels like you're playing that. So I don't know. I don't blame them for anything. I think it looks good. I think the UX needs to be fixed, the user experience, because I think that's the issue. Is like you expect something to be here, and then it's not, or you expect something to work one way, and then it's like
I don't care what it looks like if it works good. Example: Windows 3.1.
I have to +1 the pie charts because it's all colorful and it makes me so happy. Have you seen like when you go into your stats and stuff?
That stuff is really cool. I do like the new stat stuff. I was checking that out the other day.
I think there'll be a lot more with the guild stuff because you'll be able to get experience and stuff for your guild and achievements.
Yeah, I like. There is some talk about how achievements might make people more douchebaggery.
Yeah, it may.
But Steam's had achievements forever, so
we'll have to see what the achievements are.
Yeah.
If the achievements are, go lose a game by being a jerk, then it's not going to be a good achievement. But if the achievements get a pentakill, that's a good achievement.
Right.
Most of the time. Okay, so moving on, we also got new magazine, or not new magazine, but the next episode of the official Smite magazine, issue 12 is out. I haven't actually got a chance to look at it, but these are always really pretty stuff to look at, so...
Wait, there's a Smite magazine?
Yes.
Online.
Yeah.
Like an electronic one.
Okay.
I haven't looked at it yet.
Is it 18 and over?
Centerfold with Aphrodite in it.
Centerfolds and Aphrodites.
Also, if you're hearing the show in time, the 1-year anniversary is going on right now, and you're getting twice the Worshippers, plus 30 bonus gems for each first win of the day, and then 100 bonus gems for completing all 6.
So if you've got a god you're trying to level, get online and get playing, because this is the time to do it.
If you can win.
If you
even
everybody, even if you lose, you still get
8 worshippers for losing in that one arena match.
Yeah, that's true. but it's like all diamonds. Woo! Want them gems?
Also, let's see. Curse Voice is sponsoring season 2 of the League play. Do you know more about this, Ragin? I think you put this in here. Or maybe you
Not
put after that.
mostly. I just want to discuss. I mean, does anybody use it? And the reason why I ask is I've got it installed. I've started using it as I go dip my toes back into Conquest. And while I find that most people are using it in League, when I've logged in, one of my matches, or sorry, two of my matches, 4 of us had it. It was all 5 of us on our team had it. But outside of leagues, just playing in casual, even playing casual Conquest, nobody seems to have it. I've got it on. It tries to do the auto session create with other people, but nobody else has it installed or using it. So it's kind of a strange phenomenon. And I understand why it's being used in League. It'd just be nice, I think, if more people used it in casual. But at the same time, you end up, sometimes you don't want to hear what the people are saying to you based on what they're typing to you.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, and I think if you use a voice program like that, people are much more liable to be civil to you than in an anonymous chat. So I urge people to actually try it out. I've used it some, and I've never had a case where like someone's been like BMing me in chat. It's so much harder for people to do that when they talk to you, and they get even like I had a game where it was like the worst game I had ever played. And people are just like, oh, no, man, it's cool. And I think if I hadn't have been in there, there could have been some raging. There probably would have. I mean, there's no way to know, but a funny story about it, after we got back from one of the tournaments, it was the first time I had it on, and I didn't even realize it was on, and all of a sudden someone's talking to me in Smite, and I'm like, oh, hi. Oh, yeah, I got that on, okay. And I was like, oh, my God, your voice sounds very familiar. Were you at the tournament? And she's like, yeah. Eric and I were sitting there talking to this girl at the tournament for a while, her and her boyfriend, and it was her. And it was just crazy.
Wow.
The first time I used it happened to be someone, and then we didn't win the game, and she started BMing me, and it was horrible. No, just kidding. But yeah, no. So I urge people to use it. Curse is putting a lot of work behind it with League and Smite. Minecraft stuff is going to be integrated into it as well. It's already being it with like mod packs and stuff, so it's going to be a really great tool to have anyway. So yeah, I don't know. It works better than Skype sometimes.
And I've tried to use it like when they were giving free gyms away, and I didn't get my free gyms, so I was kind of burnt. But every time I went into it, it was kids that and it was really a mature level. So I'd have to be really choosy about in casual going on there.
Well, maybe that was because of the rush, though, too. When it first came out, get your gems.
Right.
There was probably another rush when they introduced the Apollo skin.
Right.
I didn't really... When I was using it, I think all 5 matches to get my Apollo skin, I didn't have another person on with me. I've only really had it find people on my 3 league matches.
Yeah, they're pushing it again, so I'll probably avoid it for a little while and then install it again.
Well, is it easy to just mute somebody on it? Because I can.
Oh, yeah.
You can just
I play it.
Yeah.
I play a lot during the day, and really the only people that play during the day are adults, because they're the only ones that are home because all the kids are at school. But like on the weekends, like I see like just the kid rage just go crazy in a chat room, and I'd like to try it, and I'd like to like use it in game. Like I've never seen it used in casual at all, but I finally qualified for qualifying in season 2, and so the first game I play in season 2. Everybody starts asking, do you have Curse Voice installed? So again, I go back and install it, but like I just really don't want to deal with like the Call of Duty kids that just scream out profanities at people,
Yeah. Yeah.
So and I know there's a lot of kids that play this game too, so I don't know. It's kind of you're gonna have to deal with that as well.
A chance before you like just say that's how it's going to be, right? Cause
yeah, exactly.
In my experience,
and I think
it has not been like that, and I don't know how Ragins has been.
I think
Mine's been fine. But again, that's only really been in 3 league matches. So
Yeah. Well, what do you feel about that? Like, to me, it seems like you almost have to have it for league. Like at this point, like it's an unfair
You should.
advantage if one team has it and one doesn't, right?
yeah, and I know in the instances where we had one person who didn't have it, yeah, it made an impact. Like
Right.
that person's ability to play as a team, it made an impact that he did not have it.
Now, since the league is, here's my problem with the league, and I don't know if there's a way to get around it, but you've got to queue solo, right, to do league.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you have 4 other people impacting your placement in this system. So if they don't have that, if they're immature, if they don't know how to play the game, if all this stuff is impacting how many games you're going to have to play to move up into the next rank, because it's all on whether you win or not, right?
Well, and theoretically, you will end up in the final group that you belong in. But yeah, you may get bounced around a lot based on either being carried or being dragged down by your team. Now you can do duo queues now. You can have
Kami
two
just
people.
pointed that out.
Oh, that's good.
But the one thing that always still causes a problem is you can't queue up for a role. You
Right.
just queue up and
Right.
you can't
Yeah.
everyone kind of dives in and says what they want to be. Now hopefully if you're in league you can play at least 3-4 roles. Someone like me though, I'll admit I can't. I can't play jungle. I can kind of do mid, but I really more support or solo. So for me, like there was one match, and this was actually quite frustrating. I called solo, and we got it. Or sorry, like I was in first, and
Both
three
of
of
you?
my
Both of you
three
got
of
it?
no, 3 of my teammates agreed. And the 5th guy, who interestingly enough was the guy who wasn't in Curse Voice, didn't say anything, and we did our pick strategically, and so I wanted to do solo lane and as Raw. And when it came time for the 5th guy, who also wanted solo, to do the pick, he basically told me to go to hell, picked Kronos, and wouldn't trade with anybody. So he basically forced his way into solo lane. I had to do support as a result. Fortunately, it was a mirror. I did decent. I wouldn't say I did
Right.
good. I died a lot, but I caused a lot of assists as well. So I don't know. I guess you could argue that I did all right, but that kind of thing is really quite frustrating, and that's an issue with the leagues as well.
Yeah. Well, I like that you can do duo, because that kind of can help with some of those issues. I did like something I saw in League of Legends that they had is after a match you could kind of rate another player in your team to basically say whether it wasn't so much a cut and dry block someone or not, add them to your friends list. It was, hey, this person was good at communication, they were a helpful teammate, and they would. There's actually a separate kind of point pool that you got these things and could unlock like icons or something. I forget, but it was kind of a nice
That's kind of cool.
gesture, right? Like if someone, you would be nicer to someone if you think they're going to possibly give you points for being nice.
Right. Incentive.
Yeah. So encourage that sort of thing. I would love to start playing more League and get in there, but honestly, I don't want to talk to people.
Yeah. Basically,
Like
but-
people I don't know. I would love to queue up in a 5v5, like win or lose, right? But I'm not a big talking to strangers in person all the time. Isn't that weird?
I think it would be great if they implemented something like you could queue for a position.
Yeah.
I think that would change it, quite honestly, because like a lot of the times the reason I don't play Conquest is because someone's going to get the only 1 or 2 good roles that I'm good at, or they're just going to take it anyway. So it's kind of like an incentive not to play that game style. So
Yeah.
What I would
like
like to
that
see as
idea.
well is not only can you queue up for that specific role, but then they also have a stat on the homepage that says what the average queue times is for each role. Because I guarantee you, if you queue up for support, you're going to get in game in half the time. Because nobody ever wants to queue up for support.
Oh, I love
So
support.
it'd be nice to it'd be nice to put that in there, because then you'd get more people playing the less liked roles, and you'd get more people be able to play the roles that they like.
That's so weird
I
to
don't know.
me. Because I know League of Legends, like, support was kind of like, it was, well, support's kind of like the bitch duty. It's
Yep.
But in
Pretty much.
League, it was even worse, because like all you really did was walk around and place wards and not die. Like, that was your job. Like, oh, I died. Well, you were a sucky support. Sorry. And even late game, because your goal was not to make any money. You didn't want to get any kills. You didn't want to do anything but place wards and try to help feed the team. Anyway, but it was a great place to start for new people, like kind of getting into the leagues and stuff and play with other people, because it's really not much to it. Right.
Yeah.
Don't die, place the wards. Okay. And then you can watch and
Exactly.
see what the other positions do the whole time.
Well, support and Smite is not that simple, but
Exactly. And I love that.
Arena is getting really bad too. Like, everybody will. I've noticed people don't insta lock as much now, but and they're more worried about roles and things. But always the last pick is Guardian, and it's like, and they usually
Yep.
won't pick the Guardian.
Yep.
Even though everybody else is picked, and they'll pick a hunter and lock in, or pick something and insta lock, and everybody's like, what did you do that for? Like,
Hunters
everybody's
and
got everything.
assassins. Yeah.
It's like, you're a jerk, man. Now everybody's got to change everything because you had to go take a piss and lock, whatever.
Or just being a jerk, right? The way
Yeah,
everybody
just
walks in.
they're just being a jerk. Yeah, just I'm gonna pick what I want. I don't care about my team.
We need plays
I mean,
well
luckily
with
I
other
like-
points.
Luckily, I like playing Ymir and I like arenas, so it kind of works out for everybody. But
Yeah, I'm
It is
usually the guy
annoying.
that switches to the Guardian. I'm
Yeah.
like, this guy's gonna take a hunter and make us all physical.
I
Insta-locks.
saw a great an idea on the Smite subreddit, and apparently this used to be a thing, but they used to have arena leagues. I didn't
Yeah.
notice.
Yeah,
which
Like,
I
why don't they
dearly
bring
wish
that
they'd
back?
bring back.
yeah. It's supposedly,
it.
I
Not
heard a
enough
rumor
people.
that it might come back.
There was
I
not
think
enough
I
people
think
playing
it's
it.
I think they were concerned it was pulling talent pool away from Conquest League.
Yeah.
Well, I just remember trying to get in matches and like sit there for half an hour, and never getting a match.
Really?
So I think it was just no one was playing it, and so it was like, why have it? Because it's just
I'd
a
be all
frustrating
over Arena League.
experience.
All over.
Right, but y'all would have a frustrating experience because it'd be the two of y'all sitting there waiting for a match.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
True.
And so it's like, until you get enough people that you're getting these, 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's been a while though. I mean, it's been a year,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? I mean, since they took it out,
Yeah.
I mean,
lot's
it's
changed
grown a
in a
lot
year.
since then. But
Well, basically every
that is
time every time Stu puts out on Twitter questions about what you love and hate, I bombard him with put in arena leagues.
Put
yeah.
in 3v3 league. That's what I
Or
want.
hey, put in a some sort of capture the flag map or something.
That would be cool.
All right, or some sort of new game mode. There was talk about that huge 3-lane arena type. There was more of a star, like a spoke wheel or something, where there's a center and there's 3 lanes coming from different directions into the center. So there's 3 teams or something. Yeah, domination would be a good one too, Kami.
I miss
Yeah,
No.
no.
I like domination.
I didn't like
Never heard of it.
Domination.
I
It was an old game mode where there were these 3 checkpoints or
3 flags, basically.
yeah, 3 turrets
Towers.
you could say, and you
Huge
controlling the
sand
turrets.
giants come out of the ground.
Yeah, it was
and
basically
having control of them gave you points,
hold and
or actually
control.
took points away from the other team. The issue with it was there were 2. The first one is there's 3 checkpoints, and the minions really impact it. And whose minions the neutral turret would start attacking actually impacted the game. The second issue was that there were certain gods that were particularly broken for it, and I mean more broken than Ares and Arena broken. Vulcan, the mages with huge high damage ults,
Yeah.
because those ults you had to stay in the area a lot of the time to keep control of the turret, so you couldn't leave, and so you just had a still target for Krakens and Vulcan missiles, and those did damage to the turrets as well, so they could take them very easily. And it was really unbalanced as to which gods really dominated the match. As a result, they weren't getting enough people to really have good solid queues. They did keep it for match of the day for a few months after they officially took it out, but I haven't seen it in months now.
No,
They're sneaky with that. How they get rid of maps. Like no one realized the arena was gone, the old arena, until it was just gone.
Yeah,
like they said,
I
we're
miss
gonna
it.
play this new arena map, and we're gonna cycle them through, and you'll play one and then the other, and then after a while, it was just like, I haven't played the old arena map like in weeks.
yeah.
And it's just like, well, it's
Towers
It's
forever.
gone.
I want
It's
sieges
just an
out of the arena
illusion.
so badly. They need to go.
You what?
I don't like sieges.
The
Sieges
siege towers.
Siege.
in arena. I don't like it in arena.
Oh, the
Yeah, she's not talking about the
towers
mode.
in arena.
No, I'm not talking about the game mode. I'm talking about the
Yeah,
when they were testing the physics.
Yeah,
Oh.
I kind of agree that the lunch boxes in arena are kind of a little much.
Yeah, I mean it's nice as Cuckoo Khan because I could just send my dragon and everybody goes flying. So you wait till the last second and send it through so that it gets in the portal. But at the same time, it's like taking away the point of arena to me
Yeah.
because I don't want to play
Yeah,
Siege.
especially when they have a mode now called Siege. You know.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
like 'em.
much what I think. I don't know.
I think it actually draws more focus to the fact that minions are important, and I think that's one of the biggest things
Yeah, that's true.
in playing arena. Like I think either they need to just take out minions altogether and just have a big brawl in arena, or I like this because it seems like every time I play arena, it's like no one cares about the freaking minions, and I'm just like,
Friend,
I'm
you
back
hurt my
here.
soul.
Yeah,
Pretty
I'm,
much.
I'm, I'm usually
some
I'm the
class it should
guardian
not
trying
be,
to like
yeah, the guardian
trying to get minions, and I'm yelling, "Help! Attack the minions!" And they're just all over the map, just doing whatever they want. You know?
Yeah,
That's
I'd
my
love to be
job.
tanking for y'all way up there where the fight is, but I'm keeping these minions.
That's
Yeah,
my
can tell you,
job.
probably
I build
that's-
stacking items. Like,
But it's
that's
almost
happened
like that's
three
what
times this week.
that's like. It's almost like that's what like arena has become. It's just like a game mode where people just kind of screw around the whole time. Like I mean, you'll have a Loki going 1v4 against like 3 guardians, and then you'll have like your assassin over playing with the camps, and then your one guardian sitting there trying to kill the minions. It's just like it's kind of just become a place where people screw around and test gods,
Right, yeah.
which is kind of sad because I love the game mode.
not when you're playing like how we do. Like the game you guys just had.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
might.
that
I
was
mean, don't take this the wrong way, but you said you haven't been playing for a whole long time.
That's true.
That might be that you still are in the matchmaking being put in with more of the newer players. I'm not sure. I don't
Well,
typically find that.
I don't know. The last few days, though, something's up with the matchmaking in the ELO, and there's been some people who like literally don't give a crap, and or like, why did you just run into the group of people for no reason? Oh, sorry, bro, I was on my phone. And I mean, like these are the kind of like players I've been getting matched with the last few days, and like people who literally just don't give a crap.
Yeah, I was gonna say we were gonna talk about that later, but I don't think we'll have time. Like once we get down to patch, holy crap, we've already been talking like forever.
Let's just let it go. Let it go.
But it's but yeah, no, I think it is. I mean, you've got to test God somewhere, right? You can't really test it in the area.
But you
that
have
they give us
practice
to
mode.
test.
Why implement?
Well,
I go in
because
practice
it's not
mode
a
all the
real
time.
Practice though. I
Yeah,
mean, you can't-
practice mode is too easy though.
Yeah,
I mean, when I'm
that's what I'm learning
occupied
the
or-
abilities, but
yeah, like if I'm
Yeah.
occupied or if I can't have the sound on, and I just want to goof around, I'll go do practice co-op assaults, and I usually go like 27-2 against those bots because they're so stupid.
Yeah.
Like it's not good practice. It actually teaches you bad habits. I shouldn't be doing it because it fuels my already number one weakness, which is that I'm too aggressive.
Me too.
Well, I mean, after a patch, it gets really bad because everybody wants to test the god in arena. They don't want to go right into conquest with it.
Mhm.
It's true.
That's true.
So arena gets just crazy.
I like that. I prefer 3v3 for that, but that's probably just me.
For
For
testing.
For leveling, for getting my points in the new god. Match of the day, if it's available. That's
I
just
feel
easy
like
mode.
I don't know why, but I feel like 3v3 is like more serious. Like I feel like it kind of goes match of the day. No one cares about that really. Arena, and then 3v3. Well, Siege probably before 3v3, and then Conquest, right? Like kind of at least in my head, that's kind of how I prioritize how serious I'm going to be in these matches. I do kind of feel like the same way that Joe does, that Arena is kind of the mess around, not mess around, but that's where I'm gonna try a new god for real,
or experiment
or
with new
put
build.
together a new
Assault.
build or anything else like that. You go run
Right.
into Arena to try it out.
Right.
And so it is kind of awkward, but I don't know. Maybe just is it time for a new mode? Everybody likes new modes, right? No, yes.
I
Yeah,
think
Arena
new mode would be
Leagues. I
fun.
like that mode.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
would
so
love-
we've been talking a lot about stuff. I think that was all about Curse voice. Right there. That brings us on to no, we don't have any mail, so I don't even have to play Mercury's mail sack. If you send us mail, speakpipe.com/onsmite. Go there, send us mail. We've got we didn't have a patch this week, so we do have patch notes. I might as well just wait till that's out to talk about it, or do you want to discuss these at all? Anything interesting?
I think some of the changes are going to be interesting. The changes to Ho Yi and Kubakarna, and I don't know if the Thor and the Artemis change is going to be that big a deal, but as somebody who plays the Ho Yi, that's a big deal to wait for that ricochet to charge up. I mean, it throws me off so much playing that god. I have to change all my timing because it takes so long for it to, charge up. So now the ricochet is instant. So if you cue it and hit it, it doesn't go woo-choo. It
and
just
give a warning to the other team.
Yeah, basically they have so much time, and you're already trying to get them with a ricochet, so you need to get them by surprise. And so what they want people to do is they found that people aren't using the ricochet as much because they don't have as much time. And so what they're doing is they're improving that time to help them to focus them on the ricochet part. It actually, if you ricochet with Hoi, the arrow goes longer.
Yeah.
So if you're going to shoot straight and it won't reach, aim for the wall, and you'll notice that it'll ricochet off the wall and reach twice as far as you could. So it's a huge change. At least for assault, it'll be a big deal. And the Kubakarna, this one concerns me because his ult's pretty devastating in the right hands. But now his ult is faster dash.
Yeah, but the thing is with Kumbhakarna, if you're already relying on the speed of the dash to hit a moving target, you're playing Kumbhakarna wrong. I mean, the guy's got 2 massive stuns already before, so you have ample opportunity to have a still target. And then unless someone dashes in front of you, if you can't hit that still target, you're not playing Kumbhakarna right. That's my opinion anyway. I'm not a huge Kumba player, but I just for whatever reason tend to get him in assault a lot. And I do fairly well with them. Again, my Ares mindset, and it's you stun them, then you ult them, and it makes it really a no-brainer. It's similar to Naja in that sense. Like a lot of people complain about not being able to hit with Naja's ult. Well, you're supposed to hit them with the sash first, and then it's a no-brainer. You can't miss.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's all about your comboing.
I think one of the things I'm most scared about in this patch, honestly, is the Artemis change. Like, I already think Artemis can be scary in the right hands.
She's not deadly enough.
And now
well,
making the Tusk.
But see, for new players, I think it's more. I think for new players of Artemis, it actually gives a little bit more guidance for Tusky, because I've seen people let Tusky go, and he just sits there.
Yeah, because they don't know where to do it. They don't know what it does.
They don't know how to really use it, or it goes after just like they're in a crowd of everybody, right? But the actual closest thing to them is the minions, and so Tusky goes after the minions instead of prioritizing a god. And I think maybe that's where.
Well, I don't. Will it go after minions? I don't think it'll go after minions.
Yeah.
Really?
That's crazy.
But does it go after minions if there's gods available?
I think there's gods.
I thought it would
go
only went after
gods.
minions if there was nobody else. I mean, I don't play her very often, so
It could that could be the fact, but I think it prioritizes by what's closest, and if you're in a group of minions, it's whatever blocking its way.
I've tried Artemis a few times, and I usually like playing arena. So when I always play her and I let Tusky go, boom, he hits the nearest thing, which is usually in a minion, because nobody kills minions in arena anymore, and it's incredibly annoying because I can't get the hang of Artemis, and I don't know if it's just me. I'm not a big hunter fan, but I can't get the hang of her. But I've seen other people use her, and she's deadly.
I saw somebody put a blink on her the other day. Literally put blink on her, which I've never seen before, and was blinking in and tusking people and just ripping them apart.
Wow, nice job.
Well, I mean, it's like her with a stun, but also, I mean, that board does a lot of damage when it hits you.
Yeah.
So it's like, holy crap!
Well,
and
if you can
now
get
she can
your two
turn
going
it and make it charge towards someone who's lower health than someone else, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you get them with Tusky, put a trap under them while they're stuck there, or they're trapped again, and then you number two them down.
Now-
You gonna poop on them?
Number two them, yeah. Number two them, boy.
You gotta throw 'em down.
This is purely speculative, but I'm guessing this may be something that's designed more for the high level play. Like, I wonder if this has actually cost people matches in the sense of Tusky going after the wrong person in that critical team fight, and them getting feedback from the ADC players on the pro
'cause
teams.
It seems there's still a circle, right? There's still a circle around where Tusky of who he's going to actually attack. The gods have to be in that circle when it's launched. But there's a 40-degree targeting cone in front that is highlighted along with the circle. And so by putting somebody, this is how I understand it, by putting somebody in that 40-degree targeting cone, it prioritizes them first. So let's say there's two gods in that prioritizing cone, and there's some other gods, around. It should go after those two first, and then everybody else left.
Yeah.
So that could solve some big issues. But it is pretty scary. But the Thor ground timer, that's probably just for more new players than.
Yeah. I don't. I can't see an experienced Thor player benefiting from that at all. That's strictly helping new players.
And he's not going to be the only one to get that. Supposedly, they're going to add them to more of the. Yeah.
See, I'm wondering if this does almost seem like they've kind of gone through and pulled out the old feedback bin and been like, okay, let's go through these and make some quality of life changes for all the new players that have started playing. Because that's what they've been getting, right? A lot of new players and a lot of new feedback from them.
Right.
Especially with the Xbox launch. I mean, I can only see if they put this on the Xbox, like with Thor and Thanatos and anybody else who's up in the air, like it makes sense, because like when I first started playing Thanatos, I had no idea how long he was going to stay up there. Same with Thor. And it always screwed me up. I was always diving on minions or my own teammates or anything like that. So I think it's a good idea, to be honest, regardless. I mean, it's not going to help experienced players, but it's definitely going to help other people become more experienced in those gods.
Yeah, it'll be the point where the experienced player, when you're a new player, you'll look at it and eventually you'll learn it, and then you won't even pay attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's totally going to be there for new players.
Now, the one change I don't get it all. The Emir Ice Wall improved accuracy of the wall, stopping players. I guess that's just.
Well, they changed it.
It's easier now to, when you're running away, to plant it at your feet, and you will run through it, and your enemies will get blocked. I did find that when I was playing.
That was the last fix, but there's still some issue with it when you place it and somebody is kind of in between the wall, right? They're not in front of it, they're not in back of it, and it has to decide on which side they're on. and it's not doing a good job of deciding which side they're supposed to be on, and it's pushing people that should have been on the other side of the wall up, you know,
down.
Closer to you.
well, they're closer to you or whatever. Yeah, it's not.
That definitely wouldn't be stopping him. So.
They've put some sort of like field around the model that is pushing the player when it's dropped, and it's the way it works is not very good. It works good for you when you put it down and it's right at your feet. It pushes you forward, right? And that's, I think that change actually works against enemy gods. Is like when you put it at their feet, it actually throws them. It's a little wonky how it works. It actually throws them with that same dynamics, and it doesn't always. Then the placement of the wall isn't as accurate, because that's how it placing at your feet is working. Is because normally you're slowed, you're running, you place it at your feet. You might not have enough speed to make it over the wall and be on the other side. But now with that last patch, I've noticed that even if I'm slowed and stuff and I aim at the floor, it'll end up behind me. It pushes me over it, and I ended up behind it. It wouldn't do that before. It would pop right up in front of me and lag out.
You gotta be
like
running fast enough. I mean, that was always kind of, one of the things, and it was always like, suck. I got on the wrong side of the wall.
Well, now
like that feeling, but
you can pretty much be slowed and throw it down, and you'll end up on the with it behind you. And I think that component is what's actually changing it for the other gods too. Is like now you're trying to be more really accurate with your wall, and it's using that same thing that figures out like if you're in front of it or not, and it's not working to your, a clear placed wall is, but when it's
I think we talk about walls too much. Yeah.
Anybody's standing, right in front of it.
So walls. Anything else in the? These are patch notes coming out in a future patch, not in the stuff that's already happened, right?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. This is the new patch with the.
So once we actually get the patch and can actually play with some of these things, we can talk about it. And apparently, I just need to play Artemis at all to know how the hell she works.
Pretty much.
To begin with. Yeah. Someone's been doing some data mining. Do we want to talk about that at all?
Potential arena updates. That makes me happy.
Yes.
Do we know what kind of updates these are? Just visual or?
Yeah, it looks like just visual. In my heart of hearts, I'm hoping that they're doing some, visual improvements to get it ready for arena leagues, but I'm probably dreaming.
There's supposedly a new god too. Alpak. How do you say it? Pooch.
Lord of the Ninth Hill.
Pooch.
Lord of the Ninth Hell.
That's what I said. I think. It's too much beer. I think. I don't know.
It's a Mayan god, the Mayan god of death.
Pooch.
So a new Mayan god, which we haven't seen Mayan gods in a while. So, with the except there was the chick, though.
Awelix.
Awelix.
The chick. Awelix.
But that Pantheon isn't all that. They don't have. What do we got in there? Chalk, her. Who else?
Kukulkan. Kabrakan. Chalk.
That's it.
Yeah.
This sounds like a weird healing Bach or something. It spawns zombies, consume corpses. It's got some DOTs, stuns. I love how its passive is it deploys something. So that's what you get with data mining. We're not quite sure what it does. It does something. So that's good, though. That'll be something. So the Arena Season 2 tutorial. So new Arena tutorial. New blue melee. So those are all the different stuff you can get, the buffs. And then Arena Basilisk. So maybe they'll change the siege engines to a Basilisk or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Don't change Arena.
So they actually shoot out?
Well, I mean...
All I want is gods beating on each other. That's all I want in Arena.
and minions to kill. And I
that's
find it funny, Brent, that you made that comment earlier about taking the minions out, because remember that match you did that and how bloody painful that was?
Oh, didn't it take for like
Forever.
hours?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
only way that we could deduct points from each other was to get kills, and because there was no minions, because it was a custom 5v5 and it was just brutal.
Yeah, that I remember that.
Yeah.
It didn't
fun.
help
It didn't
my
work.
perception of it that I think I went about 1 in 26 in that match.
Yeah, but you've got to just change the rules. I mean, if it was the first, 10 kills wins, then it would be a lot
maybe.
shorter kind of thing.
Right. But how do you?
Or I want to
Get
see this.
experience.
How about you do a 5v5 or 20v20, and you've got one life, and then you're out.
Ooh.
Oh.
You all
Golden
put it
gun
maybe
mode?
you play
Don't
whatever
leave
you
the
want.
base.
You all
I
put
think
in
some
5
more
gems.
variety with matches of the day would be cool.
Would you do like everybody puts in 5, 10 gems, winner collects them, or the top 3?
That'd be fun.
That'd be awesome.
People would figure out that there's this one god, that works best.
It'd just be 20v20 Chronos.
It'd be
know,
Loki
or
hiding
something
out
like that.
invisible till the end.
Yeah.
A betting system with your gems in your favor, I think, would be just really fun. Like that would just be a blast. I'll
Yeah,
take
'cause people
my,
don't rage
my diamond
enough.
Aries
Yeah,
against
people
your,
already have to
your,
take
your
their gems.
diamond Zeus or whatever. Bring it. I'll toss up 100 gems, whatever.
Should they put up like a gem betting on league? Not league, but like on the actual like season matches, right? Like,
Yeah, I
Is
can't
it
see this
legal?
happening. Yeah.
No, because
It would not be.
it's real money.
'Cause there's-
Yeah.
Well, they could
with,
do
with
favor.
gems,
I mean, they could do
there's real.
favor. 'Cause that's all
Yeah.
free.
Well,
Yeah.
they could actually create another currency. That's
Yeah, as long as it was a
not
virtual
gems.
currency
Goodwill.
that could not be purchased.
Like yeah, basically it could be like a gold instead of gems or something. Like rubies, right? You earn rubies,
Yeah.
and there's
I just can't see it going well, because the other problem is, you'd get people who got good at it, and that's all they would do.
Yeah,
And
it'd be fun.
new players would try it out, they'd get their asses handed to them and then say this is stupid and walk away.
it would
That's
have to
true.
be reserved for high end matches. Or
Yeah,
something.
I can't see that working. It's an interesting idea, but
Okay, 30 gems says we're. No.
Yeah. So
Who needs a system to manage it? We got it right here.
apparently one of the achievements is to join a clan. So I can get behind an achievement like that. That'll be okay. Tower kill. I think it'll be just like kills, number of towers.
Monster Hunter.
Well, I mean,
Games
if you look
played
at the
together.
stats, if you look
Yeah,
at what
some
they're
of
doing
them are
with the
things
stats area
like-
now, it's kind of like that now.
successful tower dives,
That'd be
like
cool.
getting a kill under the tower and not dying in the process.
Oh,
There's going to be an achievement for that.
well, that's cool.
Well, it's like, and I have
I
one
think it's already
for
there.
no scope that's under my thing already, but it doesn't tell you what
Yep.
it is.
Oh, it's
That's like
getting
if you
it's getting a
take
kill
raw.
on someone that isn't showing. So you don't, like, through a wall where you have no visibility.
Gotcha.
I think the idea is it's supposed to be, you just time it just right when someone's running away and send that raw chicken laser right through. To me, it's just going to be a luck one for most people.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, or if you play Cuckoo a lot, it'll be from Cloud or any
Yeah.
of those DOTs. Right?
Chronos around the corner.
Yeah.
Which isn't almost an achievement because usually it means you died and you're back in rezzing. And then, oh, look, I got a kill from him anyway. Yay.
I wonder if they'll fix that, because that is interesting. You get those double kill situations, especially in Assault.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've talked a lot, and I don't know if we want to talk about ranked stuff now, because that could probably take us another half an hour. Save it for next time. I think we did this in last season, or maybe the first season. We're like, yeah, we'll talk about this next time, and we always talked way too long. It just happens. So I think let's go ahead and call it, unless anybody has a problem with that. Jesus, is that all good?
It's good, my son.
Okay, good. Oh, wait, he said. Wait, Jesus also says, "Wait, you must play the call from JBJ Blaze, or you'll never hear the end of it." So, okay, first, let's hear this call. Here we go from the one, the only
It's almost like Jesus had some insight.
Jesus be Jesus Blaze. Uh-oh, someone's sleeping. Oh, that was him. Okay, here it goes.
Well, hello there, my fellow Smite heads. This is JBJ Blaze. Now, I'm sorry I cannot make it for tonight's wonderful show, but I gotta sleep because it's pretty darn late for me. But anyway, does this speak pipe picture possibly hint at the very possibility of Jesus Christ being added to Smite? I mean, he's got a phone on him, but I think it's gotta be for the sake of the pun. But anyway, thanks for the great show, and bye-bye!
So he's basically asking if the picture on the speak pipe, which is Jesus answering the phone calls, just for everybody's sake, Jesus really isn't answering the phone for us. No one's picking up. It is just a computer. Maybe it is Jesus. I don't know if your Jesus is a computer. But yeah, I think the essence of the questions. Do y'all think Jesus will ever be added to the Smite?
He's already
No.
in Smite. He's already in Smite. He won't be added as a god, but he is already in Smite in 3v3.
I will give the same answer I always give. Nobody is going to want to play a god that takes 3 days to respawn.
Beautiful.
He can have like the powers of Hebo, you know, like he puts that water thing down. He wants something.
Well, that'll be our we'll send everybody home with homework. Who's listening? Because why not? Homework's great. Everybody loves homework.
Yeah,
Call
wait-
in
wait a-
and tell us what powers
words.
you would give Jesus if he were a god in Smite.
All I know is I would definitely team him up with Bacchus because, you know, that whole water to wine thing with Bacchus would be a very powerful synergy.
That'd definitely help him out.
I think resurrection would be awesome. Just immediately resurrect one of your teammates who dies.
Oh, that'd be that's
Oh
cool.
yeah.
Or like
Right.
you dump like a fish load from the sky or dump fish on him.
Or
Yeah.
like
the
his-
multitudes. This fish just covers them up.
his ult being able to like take all the players and just divide them. If that's, I don't know my lore. Okay,
Oh, there-
like
That's if
parting the
Moses- if
seas.
Moses
That would
makes
be
it into
that
the
would be
game.
Moses.
Yeah.
more.
Okay, I don't know. I'm
That's so
sorry.
Yeah, we could add Moses too while we're at it.
Yeah.
All
While
the
we're here.
bushes are burning and other things. And so
Anyway.
anyway, y'all, everybody else who's not on the show, y'all send us in your ideas about Jesus being a god in Smite. Why not? And we'll see you next week on episode 302.
302.
Bye.
Bye.